And welcome back to the Early Morning Sunday Show, the show where record store daydreams do come true. Or they might be record store nightmares. Those might come true too. Yeah, 50-50 chance. So, you know what? In life, we just have to take that chance, don't we? Cheers. So this week, it could be the album of the year. It's the one that is blowing me away right now. The one that truly excites me more than any other album. And been playing this like crazy. I have some classic, gothy, punky, doom kind of stuff. I have classic rock, glam rock. I'm going to show glam rock. Yeah. Fall off your seat on that one. Psychobilly and rock and roll, kind of the blues, rock and roll, rockabilly, whatever. It's from the late 50s. So, yeah, hey, we're going to have some fun this week, aren't we? Me and Van Gogh, but I have both ears, unlike him. So, yeah. Record store day, I posted a video yesterday. A fun time, just out, about. Got almost everything I wanted. Well, actually, the main things I wanted, I was able to find, and then there's always a few more that you don't need. So, as usual, I've overspent. And, as I've been doing the purge, now I got about 230 albums I pulled. There is record store day, and there's like, yeah, that one didn't work. So, yeah, record store day for me oftentimes is kind of some blind buys. It's just, there you have it. So, we sign off on our house in just a couple weeks and then begin the move. It'll probably be about 2 weeks after we sign off before we start moving. But I'll start moving stuff now. I mean, I got my books downstairs all packed up. It's a lot of books, and they're heavy, especially art books. So we're going to, the books up here, I think we get going. And other things, yeah. Let's look at some albums here. First off, I had some VCLT come in from my friend Rocky O. Rocky, he lives in Chicago, but spent a lot of time in New York, spent a lot of time at CBGB's in the 70s. Rocky went down there, Vanguard and all that for the jazz scene. Rocky has been around. He did an album of his poetry, photography he's done. I've had one of my pictures in the background you can see right there. That is from Rocky. And so Rocky's been a very good friend channel for forever, and I appreciate you very, very much, Rocky. Always hear from him. He watches our podcast, talking about podcasts. Two guys talking about records. This week we're having our record store wrap up. Well worth listening. Jim will kind of go through the record store, how it went as far as record store, what he saw. I'll talk about what I saw. Two guys talking about records. Go on to Bleav Network, BLEAV. You can find us, or Spotify, Iheart, Facebook, Apple, and YouTube at Radio Wasteland Records. There we go. Thanks, Rocky, for getting me into that. So, but yeah, this is exciting. We have the Tough Darts. I have their album. The Shirts. I got a Shirts album. Mink DeVille. I got Mink DeVille album. Then we got Laughing Dogs, Manster Sons, Stewart's Hammer, and the Miamis. The Miamis. Yeah, the Miamis. Yeah, those I don't have, but this is neat. This is CBGB's when it was really cool. Having fun in the 70s. Thank you very much, Rocky. Very, very cool. Very, very nice of you. Appreciate you, man. Moving into a brand new album this year. This is the album that really, really, really could be my album of the year. It took a long time to get it. It was shown by one of my UK friends out there. I'm not sure which one of you showed this, okay, as usual. But it caught my attention, and I've been trying to get it. Has not been available. It says it was released worldwide. I have not been able to find it in the States. I've looked at Discogs. Nobody sells it in the States. Almost all out of the UK. The freight out of the UK is incredibly insane. But I finally found in Germany. Germany is selling. Freight out Germany is pretty cheap, so I don't know. We must have a beef with the UK. I'm not sure why freight has to be that nutty, but I bought it. The Molotovs. This album is freaking awesomely good. It's just great. It is, shall we say, the second coming of Britpop. Can I say that? The second coming of Britpop? Well, I did. And I may be totally wrong, but yeah. So we'll call it what? Post-Britpop. Is that it? Post-Britpop? All right. Nice blue. And the album sleeve, which we have pictures. This is an interesting group, and they are exciting. They are pure exciting. You can see a lot of their videos on YouTube. So the Molotovs, they started in 2020 out of London. And they are two teenage siblings, Matt and Issey, Issey, whatever you want to call her, Cartilage. I do have that. It is Cartilage. Okay. They began, what would they been? I think like almost age 11 and 13 playing as a band. Isn't that crazy? They are now, Matt, who does all the songwriting, is 17. Issey is 19. That's how young they are. And they just have this teenage attitude. And this is wonderful. They started off calling themselves Mocktails. But then they changed it to the Molotovs because there's more rebellious energy in the name Molotovs. And that is a great point. It's a much better name. The original drummer was called Ice Dobb, but he's been replaced in 2025 by Will Fuchs. What a great last name, Fuchs. I like that. In 2025, they were opening for the Sex Pistols on their tour. Outstanding. In fact, on YouTube, you can hear them doing some Sex Pistol stuff. Gremlin Matlock comes in and plays with them. Lot of fun. Wasted on Youth is this album. Wasted on Youth. And it's just songs about growing up. I mean, they are in their teens, right? It's about standing out. It's about fighting back. Matt, the young man here, he wrote all the songs. He's 17, and he's been writing these songs, and they're very, very good. The songs are packed with really youthful energy, but there's actually some deeper lyrics involved within them. I mean, you have such things as, Get a Life. It starts off with Get a Life, and that just has this punk fury to it. You could tell these guys have been hanging with the Sex Pistols, man. You just feel it. Nothing Keeps Her Away had some acoustic guitar going, a little bit slower, but still not a ballad. It takes off and it goes. Their big single is Today's Going to Be Our Day, and it's really optimistic. It's about, again, youth. This is going to, we're going to grab this day. It's going to be for us. If you like the Jam, you like, especially that earlier Jam coming out of the punk scene. Boom. I mean, I kept listening to something. I go, God, I kind of like the Jam here with some of this. This is just, it's fabulous. I'm really just blown away by this album. I'm so happy I finally was able to get a copy of it. I was looking around the U.S. I was going to the large stores, putting in the Malta. Nobody had it. No, I was carrying it. And it's like, what the hey? Come on, man. And yeah, this is great. I highly very well. Right now, it's the best album I've listened to this year that I have in my collection, and it's going to be hard to beat. It's kind of like when Wet Leg came out for their very first album. I couldn't get enough of that Wet Leg album. And it's still an incredible album. The hooks. This has the hooks. This has the stuff that sucks you in, and it's just pure enjoyment. The Molotovs, Wasted on Youth. Great stuff. It's got to be coming to the... I cannot see how we will not be carrying it in our record stores because it's powerful. Go twofers because I can show 2 records for the time of 1. Well, maybe a little over that, but it's a great way to go. And it gets me through my box. And we have a couple Joy Divisions. You know, the funny thing on a lot of these records is they've been sitting in that box forever waiting to be shown, but other stuff comes in, this and that, la la la, try to, you know, change it up, whatever. But we have a couple Joy Division albums. And I'm a fan of Joy Division. I enjoy them. I don't play them all the time. It's so damn depressing. But I love their singing. So Joy Division, we'll begin just with Unknown Pleasures, which was their first album, the first of 2 really studio albums. This came out in 1979, and let's call it a post-punk masterpiece. Can I be brave enough to say that? We have in here awesome artwork. Okay, so we made a tiny thing, but there's like a creepy hand coming through that door, and the label has that. It's black on that side. That's a lot of fun, isn't it? And I'm just going to pop that back into the record sleeve, right? Nice and easy. And how about that there, Vinyl Richie? All right. Haunting atmosphere, emotional intensity kind of explains this album. It has these beautiful melodic bass lines, kind of minimalistic guitar happening. And it's just that Ian Curtis's voice. It's very emotional. And it's like, cries out with anguish. He had just it's that baritone, which is just so different. You don't hear that in a lot of lead singers, and is incredible. This is the first album, and there is some punk influenced aggression on here, but it's definitely going into a whole different way. The drumming on here, there's almost like this primal rhythm. It's just like a battery happening. So just an exciting album. And I hadn't had this one. I had Closer. You know, in the first collection, I had an original. Well, you know, those originals. Well, to find a good one or whatever. Yeah. So that works well for me. Joy Division Substance, 1977 to 1980. Just in about 3 years. Just 3 years. This is all their singles. And it puts it together onto one album. There is a inner sleeve on here. And we still have one. I don't know. I don't know if that's supposed to be a phallic symbol or whatever, and blank on that side. It can be whatever you decide it to be. And the album looks like, let's show the label. We'll do that for James Griffith. Okay, so, hey, it's not in the inner sleeve. Damn it, it's not in the inner sleeve. It's in between. Oh, well. Okay, Substance. So this is their singles. So it came from 2 albums, Pleasures and Closures. Pleasures, Unknown Pleasures and Closer. There we go. I got it out. Thing is, they did all kinds of other things. They had 12-inch singles, they had EPs, but what it does is it takes these singles and puts them in chronological order. And I like that. Oftentimes, you know, we get these greatest hits where they scatter them here and there. Chronological order allows you to hear how a band grows, how they change. I think it's just a great way for greatest hits to sit there and listen the progression of a band and how the music will change. And I really appreciate that with this. There's just this haunting power, and it's very atmospheric. In fact, when I say that, there was a song on here, Atmospheric, I think. See, here's the problem, Joy Division. You can't, on this album, there is no tracks. It doesn't have the tracks. Maybe it did on the Inner Sleep. I don't think it did it? Yeah, okay, Inner Sleep had the tracks. All right, excuse me, Joy Division. This one, though, doesn't. So maybe it's on here, which if it's on here, yep, there they are. All right. I just like it when it's here, but that's just being an old man, get off my grass kind of a bitchy thing. So, whatever. But there, yeah, one song came off, I think it was called Atmosphere, came off a French flexi disc. So they just take them for a variety of sources where it did well. But great album. If you have never listened to Joy Division, though, I got a feeling if you're watching this, you probably have. But if not, Substance gives you all the good stuff that you want. But Closer is an absolute masterpiece of post-punk and worth to be in a collection. Unless you don't like post-punk, then maybe it's not worth being in a collection. But things can change. Let me tell you. So with change, I bought an album that I panned, didn't like. Had it years ago. I maybe bought it as a CD or something. It's like, yeah, whatever. It wasn't for me. It was glam rock, and I never really got into glam rock. Maybe it was just the glitter or just weird costumes. I grew up in Nebraska, man. You get beat up. If someone came out as a glam rocker in Nebraska, they're going to be, oh God. I mean, I don't know what would happen to them. Oh, squeal like a pig. Wow, it would be bad. But T-Rex, I haven't desired this album ever. But this is the Rhino High Fidelity. So because it's an album that I don't desire and really didn't want to have, I decided to go for the High Fidelity because it makes 0 sense, which is how I tend to do things. If it makes sense, what good's that? Let's just keep things confusing. So I bought this High Fidelity Rhino thing, and it's very... What the hey? Oh. It doesn't fit in. This thing, if you want to have some fun, to try to fit this into this, oh my God. It just doesn't want to go in there. It refuses to go into the thing, into the cover. It absolutely pisses me off, this record, because it won't go in there. I'm not going to try. I'm not even going to try. It does have extra. We got some stuff. We got words. As Mike Rankin would say, there is wordage in here. Oh, that's it. Okay, but you know what? That's something. That is something. We got words on it. So excited to have that. Man, that guy is so tiny. I heard he was he like 5'2" or something? The Elf, I guess called. I'm no expert on him. But this album, I really, really enjoyed. So, see, it changes. If you don't like Joy Division, that was 40 years ago, we'll buy it now. Maybe you're going to like it. It happens. T-Rex 67 to 77. Of course, they were originally called Tyrannosaurus Rex, which was really probably just tough. I'm going to go see Tyrannosaurus Rex. Try to spell the damn thing, you know what I mean? That just lasted till 70, and then it became T-Rex. Psych Folk Band is how they started, and then they changed direction. And really, they changed the direction, dealt more with focusing on singles, and they brought glam rock to the masses in a really big way. Bolin, though, it was kind of sad. He got addicted to hamburgers and alcohol. Those will kill you. Boy, hamburgers and alcohol. How about that one? But it wound up, I guess, his girlfriend was drunk, and he was drunk where they crashed the car in 77. 29, age 29. He did beat age 27, which seemed to be when most rock stars like to die, at age 27. So congrats to him. He made it 2 extra years. Electric Warrior, though, wow, this was swinging, hip-shaking music. It finally clicked. Bang-a-gong's on here, and okay, I enjoyed Bang-a-gong. What I really liked was Cosmic Dancer, though. I just thought, God, that's so cool. Just that beautiful backwards guitar going on in there, the strings. It is quieter, not quite a ballad, so I was able to suck that up, but not bad. It's like, I would say he took teenage bubblegum and made it campy and sleazy, and began saying things that, oh, can you say that on a record album? I mean, he got sleazy, and people wanted it, people loved it. It was now the 70s. Things were changing. It wasn't all about, love and peace and crap like that. This is Mark Bolan having fun, not taking things seriously, and Tony Visconti produced it. Excuse me. So, yeah, I bought T-Rex, and I liked it. Am I going to become a glam? Am I going to run out today and buy a Slade album? I probably won't, but you never know what's going to happen.
I dance myself into the tune. Is it strange to dance so soon? I dance myself into the tune. Is it too wrong to understand?
All right, here's a neat one. Demented Go. Demented Are Go. I'm sorry, Demented Are Go. In sickness and in health. This was an interesting one. I knew nothing about this band, and I bought this Hillbilly Explosion, Steve A. for Ellis, B's for Vinyl. I think the last song, there was this weird voice on there. This is kind of just a different voice. I go, who is that? So I looked up and find out who it was. And then I find out he had a band. Then I find out it's a psychobilly band. Well, now don't we just hook me in? There it was. Psychobilly. Look at him. He doesn't make a bad looking bride, does he? I mean, he's just not told. I'm creeped out. I've seen some guys, David Johansen dresses up as a woman. It's scary as hell. But he doesn't do too bad. Here we got this in there, and we got Demented Are Go. Demented Are Go. I just want to say go. I don't know what it's just in my brain, which when it gets in my brain, that's not a good thing. So we have that, and we have that. Fun stuff. So, Demented Are Go. They're out of Welsh. This is Welsh Psychobilly. There you go, Matt. They're a resident Welshman. Started in 82, still going, out of Cardiff. And I've been to Cardiff. Nice city. At least what I saw. Great castle. This mixed punk with rockabilly, which kind of is part of psychobilly. They have done 9 LPs, and this is the first one, In Sickness and in Health, in 1986 debut that came out. They started with Bebopalula, Bapalula, but they do their own mutant version of it that is pretty freaking good. They take the Osmonds, get it, the Osmonds Crazy Train. They take that and they do it and they just make a mess out of it. It is fantastic. Instead of a piano and parts, they just use screams. I mean, it is cool. Mark Phillips is the voice, and he just sounds painful. I mean, wow, what a gravelly kind of voice. It's just like, okay, doke. Very, very different. They do authentic rockabilly riffs in here. They really love that rockabilly. But this album, it just starts. It's a fun album, and it doesn't let up. These guys just go. This is a fun ride on the psychobilly train. Demented Are Go in sickness and in health. Awesome. God. You never know. You listen to an album and go, what was that? And then you get into a whole other thing. I'm not buying their whole catalog. Okay, and finally, we had this, and this is these acoustic sounds. This is Bo Diddley, and it is Bo Diddley. So Bo Diddley does Bo Diddley on here. Bo Diddley, please don't go. Beautiful stuff. I love that they are reissuing blues albums. I think it's great. Now, I did have, this is my original of the Bo Diddley one. So did I need to have this? Well, an original isn't generally pristine condition. It's not bad. You can see the cover's pretty good, but it's not perfect. But this is actually really, really good. But I bought this anyway. And because I love blues and I love the fact that they're reissuing this. Bo Diddley, Ellis Otha Bates is his original name. Wouldn't that made a hell of a Ellis Otha Bates? What are you listening to? I'm listening to Ellis Otha Bates. Boy, that might have been problems. Born in 28, died in 08, out of Mississippi. He took African rhythms and added his signature beat to it, the Bo Diddley beat. And he kept with that Bo Diddley beat. The problem is he kind of beat the Bo Diddley beat to death. But you hear it all the time in rock and roll. That beat is so important. It's a big part of rock and roll. So what he did was amazing. It's everywhere. But, he also formed the square guitar. Here he has, a regular one, but he came up with that Bo Diddley kind of square guitar that he liked. When he was growing up, he played the violin and played the trombone. He was actually really good. He was in symphony as a kid, but then he heard the guitar. And he heard it in a Pentecostal church, of all things. And that became his passion. And thus he became Bo Diddley. Something better than Ellis Otha Bates. This, of course, is the first one, so it does have Bo Diddley, please don't go. Bum, 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 bum. That's the Bo Diddley beat. Bum, 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 bum. I'm a Man, he does on here. Bring It to Jerome, who worked with him. Then we go, hey, Bo Diddley. So first you go, Bo Diddley. There we go, hey, Bo Diddley. He'd like to put his name in album titles and songs, I guess. Then we got Diddley Daddy. We got Diddley Daddy, and we got Diddy Wah Diddy. We're just diddling everywhere. This is one diddly album here, okay? Oh, Lordy. Okay, sometimes we have a harder time coming up with titles. So if you want Bo Diddley, hey Bo Diddley, Diddley Daddy, and Diddley Wah Diddley, you can't go wrong. But it is an excellent album. It's very good. Late 50s, early 60s. I can't remember exactly when. Generally, I'm a bit of research. 1958. Great stuff. I don't have a lot from the 50s, but I do love the blues of the 50s and the rockabilly. And that's it for this week. Oh, man, do I appreciate you dropping by and hanging out and all that kind of stuff. Hope you had a great record store date, or if you didn't do it, I hope you had a nice day not doing it. And if you're ordering online, well, today's the day. Go get them. Go get them, Tigers. There's always good stuff. It's amazing how much is left over after record store day, and you can find it. I've generally been finding everything I want. So, that makes it easy. I just shouldn't really buy anymore. Thank you for everyone. Have a great week. And yeah, we'll see what we come up for the rest of the week. Bye.